3 seconds. That's all you have before you swipe away, before you decide this isn't for you. But what if I told you there's a letter with your name on it that's been waiting for 2,000 years, and the reason you can't sleep at night is because you haven't opened it yet? Stay with me. You know that feeling when you wake up at 3 a.m. and your mind won't shut off? When you lie there thinking, why? Is this it? Work, bills, Netflix, repeat until I die? And here's something no one wants to admit. We're all searching for something. We just don't know exactly what it is, but your inner self does. And that restlessness? That's not anxiety. It's a sign. Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you felt truly at peace, not distracted, truly at peace? Can't remember. Then this is no accident. There's an old book that millions of people talk about, but almost no one actually reads. And I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to show you why this book has survived every empire, every war, every attempt to destroy it. Because it knows something about you that you have inside. The Bible, yes, I said the Bible. But before you make a decision, hear me out. This isn't about religion. It's about something much deeper. It's about why you were born, why bad things happen to good people, why you can't fill that void, no matter how much success you seek, and why forgiveness seems impossible even when you desperately need it. These aren't religious questions. They're human questions, and this book has been answering them for thousands of years. That's what amazes me. This book predicted empires that didn't even exist yet. It described events hundreds of years before they happened. It spoke of a king named Cyrus, a century and a half before he was born. It detailed the fall of Jerusalem decades before it happened, and it's still here. While all other ancient texts have turned to dust, this one has survived. Why? Because it's not just a book, it's a mirror. You ever look in the mirror and not recognize yourself? Like, when did I become this person? When did I start settling? When did I stop dreaming? The Bible does that. It shows you who you really are underneath all the masks. And that's terrifying, because we spend our whole lives building those masks, the successful one, the strong one, the one who has it all together. But deep down, we're barely holding on. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. The Bible has a word for what's eating you alive: sin. Now, I know that word makes you think of angry preachers and judgment, but forget that for a second. Sin just means separation. It's that gap between who you are and who you were meant to be. It's why you feel lonely in a room full of people, why success feels hollow, why you can't forgive yourself for that thing you did 5 years ago. It's that weight you carry that nobody can see. You've tried everything to fix it, right? Self-help books, therapy, new job, new relationship, new city, and nothing worked, right? Because here's the truth: you can't fix yourself. You can't work hard enough, be good enough. That's not defeat. It's just being honest. It's knowing there's something bigger that can help you, and trying to fill that void, but not alone. But what if someone had already built a bridge to help you? What if the void had already been filled, not by you, but for you? That's what the Bible is really about. It's not a rule book designed to make you feel guilty. It's a rescue mission. And the rescue has a name: forgiveness. Real forgiveness. Not the kind where you still feel dirty, not the kind where you're still paying for it. The kind that wipes the slate completely clean, like it never happened. Think of the worst thing you've ever done. The thing you pray no one will find out about. The thing that makes you hate yourself when you're alone. Now imagine looking to Jesus and hearing, "I know, I saw, and I forgive you." Completely. No strings attached. No payment plan, just grace. That's what's being offered. And the only thing stopping you from accepting it is pride, because accepting it means admitting you need it. And that's the hardest thing in the world to do. But this is where the story gets intense. The person who offered him this forgiveness, he paid for it. It's Jesus, not the religious icon, not the guy in the paintings. The person who walked the earth 2,000 years ago and said things like, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." Not a way, the way. This is the truest and most important statement ever made in human history. Here's what the evidence shows. Over 300 prophecies about one person, all fulfilled in one lifetime. The mathematical probability of that? 1 in 10 to the power of 157. For context, there are only 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the known universe. So either Jesus was who he said he was, or the biggest cosmic coincidence in history happened and nobody noticed. You do the math. But it's not just about prophecies and probabilities. It's about transformation, real transformation, not self-improvement, not positive thinking, actual change from the inside out. The Bible is full of people who were completely broken and became something else entirely. The murderer who became a messenger, the prostitute who became a witness, the coward who became a leader, the traitor who was forgiven and restored. These aren't fairy tales. These are historical accounts of what happens when someone accepts that offer of forgiveness and redemption. That's the word that changes everything. It means bought back, rescued, set free. Not just forgiven for what you did, but given a new identity. You're not defined by your worst moment anymore. You're not your trauma. You're not your addiction. You're not your mistakes. You're someone who was chosen, loved, and worth dying for. And that truth will either set you free or make you really uncomfortable, because it means you matter. Your life has purpose, and you can't keep living on autopilot anymore. But here's the catch, and this is important. There's an invisible killer that stops people from accepting this. It's not doubt. It's not even disbelief. It's procrastination. How many times have you thought, I'll figure this out later? I'll deal with my issues when things calm down. I'll get serious about this when I'm ready. Here's the problem. You're never going to feel ready, and you might not get a later. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. This moment, right now, might be your only chance to hear this clearly. The Bible is really direct about this. It says, now is the time. Not when you clean up your act. Not when you feel worthy. Now, with all your mess, with all your doubts, with all your baggage. Come as you are. Because the invitation isn't for perfect people. It's for broken people who are tired of pretending they're not. It's for people who are ready to stop running and start healing. And the door is open, but you have to choose to walk through it. So let me ask you something. What are you really afraid of? That it might not be true, or that it might be? Because if it's true, everything changes. Your past doesn't define you anymore. Your pain has a purpose. Your life has meaning. And you're not alone in this. You never were. There's a God who knows your name, counts your tears, and is waiting for you to stop running and come home. That's what the Bible is really about. It's a love letter, and it's addressed to you. Here's what I want you to do. Not next week, not when you feel more spiritual. Right now, find a Bible. If you don't have one, download an app. Start with the book of John. Just read one chapter, that's it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to understand everything. Just read it and see if something in you stirs. See if that restlessness in your chest gets louder or quieter. Because the truth is, you already know something's missing. You've known it your whole life, and you're tired of ignoring it. The letter has your name on it. It's been waiting, and this might be the last time you hear this invitation so clearly. So what are you going to do? Keep scrolling, keep running, keep pretending that emptiness isn't eating you alive? Or are you going to take a chance and open it? Because your life is about to change, and it starts with one decision, one moment of honesty, one whispered prayer. I need help. I need you. That's all it takes, and everything else follows. If this hit you somewhere deep, do me a favor. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, someone who's struggling, someone who's lost, someone who's about to give up. You might save their life. And if you want more of this, subscribe. Because we're just getting started. There's so much more to uncover, so much more truth waiting for you, but it starts here. It starts now. The clock is ticking. What are you going to choose? May God bless your life.